Bit of a video for you on my thoughts on like training the swim to race triathlon. So I'll keep it fairly brief. I'll put some bullet points up with it. Obviously, like first up, what's important is like triathlon's not three separate sports. You know that you can pick and choose. Oh, it's all right. I'll be good at biking. I won't work on my run so much. I can't be bothered going to the pool. I'm pretty fast on a bike. I'll make up for it. The knock-on of being weak in the water is massive when it comes to the bike and the run. And I would really say like the weaker the swimmer, the bigger the impact on the back end of the race. So, you know, just because you might not technically be good, you can still go to the pool and get really strong to negate the negative effects on the run. I would say the longer the race, the more important this is. You know, so those of you racing Ironman, it's very important to do a big load of swim volume. 3 little bullet points on the keys to improving triathlon overall. First of all, go swimming. Second is to understand the effects of your swim training is having on the overall race. And then third is go swimming again. You know, you've just got to get the volume in, the hard work, and get immersed in like what you're trying to accomplish with your swimming. I think that makes going to the pool much easier. I'm going to leave technique for a conversation for another day, but what I am going to talk about is the use of swim toys. We set a lot of swims with pull buoy and paddles, and I think the weaker swimmers really benefit from this. I think your and age groupers in general really benefit from it, especially if you're managing quite a high load of bike and run. So just a couple of examples, like the pull buoy. You can see I use something pretty different. It's called an any buoy, but it's very, very buoyant. And you can get all kinds of bigger foam pull buoys as well. You want your hips to sit high in the water. You're racing a wetsuit most of the time. It's not cheating. You know, you can still work very, very hard in the water. So I'd go pretty buoyant with your pull buoy. Paddles. I see loads of people using all kinds of different things. If you're going to have one set of paddles, flat, yeah, they're about the size of my hand that I use, so I'm not affecting the speed of my hand under the water, but I am getting the added resistance. Very, very few people need anything bigger than that. I'm probably just on the verge of maybe moving up a size. At the moment, I'm fairly fit in the water. So it keeps your normal stroke mechanics. All of these curved or technical paddles, they have their place, but not for what I'm going to go on about now. And then you might say, well, if I'm racing non-wetsuit, you know, surely I need to do all my training without toys. I don't really agree with that. I think the keys here are learn to swim well with paddles. Pushing the water backwards is key. You translate that to your non-toy swimming and you'll still swim pretty well. And then do plenty of hard work with the pull buoy or with pull buoy and paddles. Don't get late. People get lazy because there's this added resistance and you can just like glide through the water. Just because you put them on, work just as hard. It'll really make the cardiovascular system work hard, keep your turnover high, because this is the difference when you go to no toys, is suddenly you feel not very well conditioned for working at that higher heart rate. So just do that with the toys on, you'll go pretty quick. So the main point of this was talking about race conditioning. What you've got to do is like really condition the body to be used to the demands of your race. Your race specific sets should have at least your race distance worth of quality swimming 1 to 3 times a week. When I talk about quality, what I mean is like high end, honest, aerobic hard work that requires focus. It doesn't mean blowing your brains out for 100 metres and then you can't face the rest of the set. It's about just thinking about whatever the length of that rep, whether it's 25 metres, 800 metres, it's high-end hard work. So, you know, getting in the pool and doing a few 100 metres warm-up, knocking out 10 by 100 threshold dead hard, a few sprints at the end and getting out, if you're training 70.3, you know, that's 1,000 metres of hard work. you've got near 2,000 metre race to do. You need 2,000 metres of hard work. You might break that down into like a set of a load of fast 25s and then finish with some longer 400s or something like that. The 25s at max effort, the 400s at race pace, or you might do 10 times 200 at slightly over race pace or a progressive set. But whatever you're doing 2,000 metres of quality work a few times a week. So those of you entering Ironman, face facts, when you press that entry button, you know, based off what I've just said, you're doing 4,000 metres of quality work, you know, once or twice a week at least, if not 3 times, to condition yourself for your race in the race build. You know, and this applies to all swimmers. Just so you're a weaker swimmer, you've entered an Ironman, you get 4,000 metres of quality work done. Actually, the better swimmers probably might nudge it slightly over that. And these sets can be like horrible things, like 4 times 1,000 at, you know, fairly good pace. Try not to focus on the hard and fast of I should be hitting this pace, I should be hitting that pace. Do lots of high quality, high end aerobic swimming over whatever the reps you're given, and it will make a big difference on race day to the knock on of run and the bike portion as well. So I hope that makes sense, something to think about. I'll put some notes underneath. Enjoy your weekend, guys.